Welcome back, everyone. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I modified my Nerf Ultra Strike. Now, I've already unboxed and reviewed the Strike, and if you haven't checked out those videos, please go watch them. For the modification of the Strike, I did a mod that I really enjoy doing because it takes no actual modification of the blaster at all. All I had to do was, since the Strike runs off of AA's, I just open up the battery compartment, and I have replaced the batteries. So what's going on here is I'm replacing the AA's you're supposed to use in the Strike with some single cell LiPo batteries. A regular AA voltage is 1.5 volts, and a single cell LiPo is 3.7 volts. So you get more than double the power from a single cell LiPo than you do a AA. So what you do for this mod is you replace those AA's with either single cell LiPos or dummy batteries. Now, a dummy battery is just a blank battery. There is no charge to this battery, and it just goes in to fill space so that you can complete the circuit in your blaster. And the reason you need that is if you put 6 of these LiPos in there, there's no way your blaster is going to survive. It's just going to destroy all of the electronics because the voltage would be so high. These LiPos are rechargeable, and they are almost identically sized to the AA's. They are ever so slightly bigger by just about a millimeter, and if you're looking for batteries like this, their designation is 14500, so 14500 is the battery size of this battery, and you can just search 3.7 volt 14500 rechargeable battery and you will find stuff like this. So what I did for the Strike, if you can see, there are currently 3 of the rechargeable LiPos in there and 3 of the dummies. Now, the reason there is a LiPo and then a dummy on each row is because the LiPos are slightly longer than the AA's, so they won't fit, or they won't like fitting side by side with each other because the compartment is just not made to handle that length, because they're a little over a millimeter longer than your traditional AA, so they don't like going side by side, but it's fine with the dummy batteries in there. And in this setup that you see here, this is going to be running off of 11.1 LiPo. Now, you can also run it off of 7.4. You just remove one of the LiPos and put in another dummy battery, and you'll be running off of 7.4. And I did both the 7.4 and the 11.1 LiPo on the Strike just to see how it would perform, and so we could compare it to its stock format. Now, stock, it does run off of 9 volts with the 6 AA's, so you would think the 7.4 LiPo would have no chance against the 9 volts of the alkaline batteries. And you'd actually be surprised. 7.4 volts of LiPo is pretty comparable to 9 volts of the alkaline batteries, just because of how LiPos work. This is a simple and easy mod. You don't have to modify your blaster at all. The only modification is a battery modification, and that's really good because you can modify your blaster, and then once you take these batteries out and go back to your regular AA's, you can play in a stock Nerf class again. So it's a reversible mod that just uses batteries, so it's kind of the easiest thing you can do, and there's good benefits out of it. Alright, I think that's enough of me talking about the batteries. Let's go see how it performs. Nerf Ultra Strike with the 11.1 LiPos. We're back. As you can see, it performed great. If you saw my review of the Ultra Strike, I really enjoy this blaster, both ergonomically and performance-wise, out of the box. But with some extra voltage in there, and the fact that I now have rechargeable batteries in it, it's just that much better. To put it in perspective for you, the stock Strike averages 96 feet per second with the 9 volts of the AA's, and when I ran it off of 7.4 LiPo, it did 94 feet per second on average, so barely any drop of performance off of the 9 volts of the alkaline batteries. So I can run rechargeable batteries in here and get almost exactly the same performance if I run 7.4. Now, with what you saw in the testing, with the 3 cells, so the 11.1 volts, it hit 126 FPS, with the highest being 128. And 126 is really good. Getting over, I mean, that is 30 FPS gained out of just doing batteries that you can replace back to stock, and you have no detriment. Now, just like with any modification though, you are putting more stress on your components by putting more voltage through them. I didn't have any issues personally running this and shooting quite a bit of darts through it, and you're only putting 2.1 extra volts through the system, so it's not a huge increase, but you are putting more wear on the blaster, so just be careful if you're doing this for yourself. For such a simple mod, gaining 30 feet per second, so almost 30% increase in FPS just from adding some batteries that you didn't even have to do any physical modification to the blaster, that's great. This is definitely how I'm going to be running the blaster when I use it. That's my nice simple battery mod for the Ultra Strike. Super simple, a good amount of power upgraded from it, a good amount of performance gained, and as easy as you can get when it comes to mods. And I think that's all I'm really going to do to this blaster, except most likely give it a good paint job in the future. Let me know if you want to see that, and also let me know if you enjoyed this mod. I will be putting links in my description for where you can get batteries like this, the dummy batteries, and a charger for the LiPos as well. I'll go ahead and put that all in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and a comment. It really does help. And just let me know what you want to see next, what you'd like to see modified, reviewed, painted, whatever, any type of video that you'd like to see. Let me know. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you get to modify your own Strike and play around with it and just have a whole bunch of fun. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Travis, and I'll see you next time.